Okay, I wanted to make a video about what I'm gonna do later. I actually purchased the documentary. Like I said before, I did it so I can post it or just bits and pieces. Oh my god, it was hard for me to just keep my cool, and I was filming it with my phone from my computer. So it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be that type of style, okay? Um and my hands were shaking because I was so fucking mad. This is not even a fan from any point of view of nothing. As a human, I just can't believe what she did. I really can't. It's worse than you can imagine. If you haven't seen it, we're gonna watch it together. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna play just pieces of it. I think that will be fine. As a for commentary and educational purposes only. And I'm gonna try to be as nice as I can be, just in case. But I can't play more than I think it's 20 seconds of her or of any other ladies talking. What I got from it, pretty much, like the main thing that I got from it is a pretty much sorry, I just got back from work and I'm just exhausted, but I wanted to make a video right now. I don't even have makeup on. What I got from it was a person, Evan, that has a lot of issues with her own identity. She doesn't know who the fuck she is. She has a lot of issues with her mom and her dad and her brother. Um, they made the mistake, as you can maybe you can say mistake, to put that in there. And the way that I'm not able to edit the thing, but I'm gonna try to show the parts that she talks to her mom and to her dad, and you will see the issues that they have. And we all have issues with our moms and dads and grandparents, and sometimes they suck, sometimes we suck, whatever. But the relationship she has with them is so peculiar, especially with her dad, which I believe to be a super narcissistic person. Um, her dad shows no emotion whatsoever when she's talking about this alleged rape and the alleged assault and all the alleged things. Um, he's pretty much saying, "Well, I didn't have the time to listen to her." Um, and if anything, this documentary is about her and her parents and her how she is completely dysregulated, has no way to regulate herself in her relationships in general. And Manson is not an excuse of this. Um, if you take away the stuff with Ashley Morgan, of course, Ashley Morgan is like, oh yeah, I got branded. I have a scar too. Oh yeah, I didn't sleep as well. Oh my God, he did the same to me. Like she talks the most. Esme Bianco is completely quiet. Even she's out of focus. Like the documentary has a lot of this blur effect. The person who's talking is in focus, the person behind or next to it is blurry. And Esme Bianco is blurred all the fucking time. And I think that's very curious and very fucked up. And if I was her, I'll be pissed. But anyway, so there's a room and there's Esme and Ashley Walters and Ashley Morgan and Dan Daly, the guy who worked for LMS and now stabbing him in the head in the freaking back, talking about how he was with the band from 2006 to 2008, and he's the man. He's the only man, or the one man that believes Evan and is on her side. And she squeezes that for the first, I will say, 5 or 7 minutes of the movie. And I'm gonna call it a movie because it's a movie. I was really surprised to not see in the beginning some type of, warning, as this is gonna be this is gonna be that, And also, I was surprised that HBO didn't add anything as this is alleged, this is not, this hasn't been to court yet, um, this is just a documentary, this is just an opinion. They fucked up by not putting some type of warning in the beginning. Because if Manson wins this whole thing, eventually he will, maybe in like a year or 2 years, I don't know. They're gonna look pretty bad, because HBO was part of this big defamation hoax. But I think, to kind of play devil's advocate, I don't think that HBO had any fucking idea when they bought the product, and when they got the documentary, they watch it and they decide to show it in the platform. I think they did not know how much of a big mess this was gonna be, and they were like, "Oh, this is gonna sell like this." You know, they have a contract with Evan because Evan works in the TV show Westworld, yeah, HBO TV show. Um, and they have a report, and they have she's a contract, and the press she's getting from it is ridiculous. Okay, let me go back. My ADD is killing me. Let me go back to the movie. So first, 7-10 minutes is the dude talking about how bad Manson is around women, and how he saw, this was very low. I thought it was freaking super low. How he saw Manson yelling at Lindsay. Lindsay's his current wife. And dude, like the fact that he didn't have to say that, because this movie is not about her. It's not about Lindsay, and it's not about Lindsay and Manson as partners. This is about Evan and all her weird ass shit, sci-fi ideas, and so I don't know why he has to mention Lindsay and Manson. I thought that was very low and very freaking just like nasty. This is a person who gave you a job and you just stab him on the back like that. Anyway, there's people that do that in every aspect of life, and you don't have to be famous to have some type of friend or ex-friend that now is stab you in the back. So this is not that rare. And I think that they put him in there so for the factor of us going like, oh my god, see, there's a man, there's a guy in there. It's not just a bunch of ex-girlfriends. There's a guy, and I'm probably not the only one who thinks that, because it's pretty obvious. Um, yeah. So what I got from it is a person who is very disturbed, and it's a person that I almost feel bad for the relationship that she had with her mom and her dad. And it felt to me that if anybody ever abused her, doesn't seem physically, psychologically, and gaslight the fuck out of her, was her parents. There's at least 5 or 6 scenes that I recorded on my phone from the computer while I was watching the movie. That it's just Evan and her dad pretty much doing like family therapy right there. And I thought that was very curious. And I don't know how smart it is from Ilma and Evan to include so much of family drama. But like, to make it, I think they did it to make her more endearing, and to show her that, she's rich and she's white and she's privileged, but look, she has a fucked up dad and a very selfish mother. And if anything, I'm gonna say is that if she got abused by her parents, by Hollywood, and if anybody pimped her out and abused her, that was her parents. And this is my opinion only. I think and I believe that her dad and her mom are really fucked up on the head. This is my opinion. It's not a defamation. You can't do nothing about it, right? Because you're not in my head. So this is what I think about the whole thing. I think that this is pretty much a therapy session, an hour 40 minutes of a therapy session of Evan talking to herself and to her mom and to her dad. Everything else is a hit job on Manson, and it's sci-fi. I'm telling you, it's the best acting that she's done in her career. Yeah, probably is. Um, yeah, the one thing that it really got me by surprise was Esme Bianco not even talking, not even opening her fucking mouth. My gosh. Not even that, but she was a blurred in the back while Evan was talking. Ashley Morgan present right there, talking. She was not a blur, she was talking. They gave her camera time. Esme not talking. Ashley Walters um, talking about how well you can be an assistant and you can also be abused because I was on the payroll, but I was also getting abused. You know, there was a funny part when Evan said, "I tried to quit drugs so many times, but he wouldn't let me quit. They would put the drugs in front of me, and I was telling him that I was trying to quit." So pretty much, not only she blames him for showing her the drugs the first time and putting drugs on her allegedly, but also she's blaming him for getting between her and her recovery, instead of just accepting that she's an addict and there's nothing shameful about it. Okay, so I say, well, I'm an addict and I have problems with meth, opiates, whatever it is, sleeping pills, whatever that she was doing, coke. No, she has to go like, well, I was trying to quit and they put that in front of me. That was just, that is so, that's just beyond. I don't know the mental gymnastics that this woman had to go through in order to come up with this movie again. It's hard for me to call it a documentary. It's a pretty much celebrity expose, and it's a celebrity based documentary. This won't ever see the minute of the light of the day, okay? And it won't ever have viewers if it wasn't because she's Evan Rachel Wood, and nobody's gonna convince me otherwise. So with the director and Ilma Gore talk about how this has to be done for the well-being of all women and for all of us, and because Manson has to be stopped. You know, okay, well, whatever. Let's pretend for a second that that's real. It's still, if you don't have Evan Rachel Wood right there, there will be no movie, no documentary, and no case whatsoever. So, you know, that rubbed me the wrong way, because it's like there's in that group of women, in that circle of women, the survivors, these meetings that they're having, you know, you don't see anybody who's not famous or semi, you know, in the industry. Ashley Walters is an assistant. Sarah McNeil is a model. Ashley Morgan is a model, I guess, slash whatever. But you know, they're in the industry. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't see a girl who come up and say, well, you know, I was Manson's nurse, or I was Manson's you know, friend, or I was Marilyn Manson's a makeup artist, or something. But all these women are people that are in front of the camera. So when you got somebody, you know, that does that for a living, and we know how good of an actress Evan can be. She can be bad too, but she can be really good. She can cry on cue. Oh my gosh, she cries so good, and she will give you all these nuances to her presence in this movie. It's not like she's just crying and giving her testimony. She smiles, she laughs, she cries, she exaggerates, then she does this, then she breathes like very heavily and does this breathing exercises, and then she cries again, and then she cracks up, and then she shows you warmth, and then she gets cold. She's very smart the way that she had this thing down, because she knew very well that if it was 2 hours of her crying, people were going to be turned off by it or not believe her. So she does, you know, she has a range of, she's a good actress. Fuck it. I mean, that's that. We gotta accept that. Um, so that's it. I don't, there's so much more. The thing with her parents rubbed me the wrong way, because I do believe that both of them are assholes. Sorry. I believe that Hollywood treat her badly. I believe anybody abused her, it was mom and dad in Hollywood. I don't think that a girl, a 16-year-old girl, can live by herself in an apartment, going to auditions and being alone. That's like really fucked up. And she talks about it in different interviews as such a good thing that she was so independent. And I think that was part, I think that's when the problem began, that she developed a non-personality. She has no personality. I mean, really. She talks about Jamie Bell and kind of throws him under the bus just because. She says about Jamie Bell that it was really hard for her to talk to Jamie about these things because Jamie was victim blaming her and not believing her. And I'm not gonna talk about Jack, about the kid. That's the one thing I'm gonna stay away from. But I'm gonna talk about everything else. And I film it with my phone, and I did my best. It will be, that's the only way I'm gonna show it, because I know a lot of people don't have money to buy it or don't want to buy it. Um, and I kind of want to share it. Why not? I think we should share as much as we can. I just got back from work. I look like shit. This is not my uniform, but this is like the shirt that I wear so I can just get dirty. And um, yeah, man. Like my first impression was just I got really angry, and then I got very sad at the situation with her parents. And I'm like, this is a an hour and 40 minutes family therapy session. That's it, Evan. That's what you did. Um, Ilma Gore, with her makeup and her tattoos and her leather, she is such a freaking clown. I don't know who pissed me off the most. I think probably Ilma Gore, because she's not even a victim supposedly of anything, but she's been a hoaxer her whole life. Evan, is hosting and just throwing this person under the bus and canceling her ex-boyfriend. But Elma Gore has been doing this shit for like decades. So if I gotta put my finger on somebody, I think I detest her more, a little bit more. But both of them, I mean, like it's a hit job. It's not a documentary. It's a hit job against Manson. And she talks about up all of us, and she said that she didn't have a restraining order, like she didn't do anything earlier because she was really afraid, because Manson has crazy fans and crazy followers, and she was receiving death threats. She said that she spent thousands of dollars in security. I don't know, maybe that's true, but if that's true, that has nothing to do with Manson. That's more of her paranoia and her just being a famous actress in LA and want to have security. But she's gonna put him on him. She's gonna put that on him. That she's spent a bunch of money in security because we, the fans, or we, the followers, or we, just people that like him a little bit, we are going to go and fuck her up, pretty much, as she called us Nazis, pedophiles, and rapists. Um, no, Satanists, pedophiles, and Nazis. I don't know. I am not neither of those things. Another thing that it was really curious for me, I'm trying to put everything in this little video right here, because then I'm going to show it. I'm going to show it after I get some rest because I was up all night in the hospital. So the thing with her, okay, the whole, like, I was trying to quit drugs, but he wouldn't let me quit. That was very curious. The security was very curious. When she shows her son, she doesn't show his face, but you can hear his voice and the way she talks to him. And I don't think that was cool at all to include that, and that doesn't add to the case at all. So, what's the point of showing that? And I don't think Jamie Bell agreed to show his son in this movie. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe Jamie Bell is for it. My gut feeling tells me he's not. And then there's a very curious scene that Evan is on the floor doing like breathing exercises, and everybody's in her house. They're by the fireplace, and so mom, dad, brother, Ilma, and Evan. I think that's it. And they all in a circle, hugging her, giving her love, hugging her and stuff. And it's the naming day, and that's what that scene is called, naming day, which is February 1st, 2021. when she named him allegedly on Instagram. And that moment is in the movie. She goes like this. She's like, "It's posted. It's posted." And it's, I mean, like, what are the odds of the documentary, the director having right there a camera, in that moment that she posts the thing naming him? Like, it is very staged. It's very, very staged, because it's not like she has her own camera. Or I thought Ilma Gore was gonna be filming this. I thought it was gonna be like a guerrilla, style between both of them filming each other. But no, it's a very well staged movie. Damn, it is. So the director was right there during the naming day. Um, the thing with the FBI is laughable. Okay, Lily, I know. My cat even hates this whole thing. My cat, we don't like her. Yeah. It's beyond. Oh, the FBI scene. I'm trying to remember everything. She goes in a building and she comes out of the building. I can go do that right now. The FBI, nobody, not even the smallest police station in the little town, they don't let you film anything. You cannot even be taking a selfie. FBI, are you gonna tell me that FBI headquarters, they just have her filming herself? You don't see her, you don't hear her, you don't hear her voice, or the voice of whoever this ghost person she's talking to during this FBI interview, the position that she's having. Then she said it was 6 hours. She said she was there for 6 hours. But you see her, and it's in black and white and in slow motion, and you see her like this, like if I was, like, the camera is right here, and you see her talking to somebody and making movements with her hair and showing this person how her hands were tied up and making movements. That's all you see. Who the fuck knows who the other person was? I'm 99.99% sure that that was not an FBI agent. And I don't know if that's a crime. Um, it's a crime if you have it on paper, but I don't know if it's a crime just filming yourself going in and out of a building. So she might be just she might get away with that. So I don't think she ever went to the FBI. The fact that the whole naming day is on camera is very, very sus. Esme I'm not talking, the thing with the drugs. Um, just so much bullshit. There's a scene that she's lighting the Hanukkah candles. Um, the 7 candles, you light them up, and you do a prayer. I'm not Jewish, but if you are, or if you know a little bit of that, that's what they do during Hanukkah, right? The celebration. So I did a little bit of digging and research. Evan is not Jewish. Um, Evan, I don't know what she is, right? I don't know. We're gonna say, well, she's white, and maybe her ancestry is like German and maybe Irish or Scottish, French. Who the fuck knows? Just like everybody here is a melting pot. So I don't know really what her religion is, and I don't want to say she's this, she's that, because I have no freaking idea. But the fact that she's trying really hard to show herself as Jewish, as a practicing Jewish person, uh, when I looked it up, and what I found out is that her mother converted to Judaism in order to be with a guy who was Jewish. That's cool. I love when that happens, because I think that's super open minded. That's great. That does not make you Jewish. You are Jewish if you are born by the womb of a Jewish mother. I know, because I have plenty of Jewish friends. And it's always that joke when they go like, "Well, I'm Jewish," and they're like, "No, you're not. Just because your stepmom is Jewish doesn't make you Jewish." So she's not. Not like I'm saying this will make her more a better person or a worse person than that. I'm just saying the fact that she's playing that card, and the fact that all of us, they looked her up, found out that she is in fact non-Jewish. And it's so good. It's all right. It's okay. But just like don't pretend to be something you're not. So she's playing that card, and she's playing the motherhood really, really well, but also it seems phony. And I don't know how to explain it because I'm a mom, so I don't know. I gotta hear from the moms out there. If you guys have kids and you watch this, what are your thoughts? I don't know. Everybody parents different. Everybody talks to their children in a different way. It just seems it's so staged the way she talks to him. Um, and he talks back like a kid. He doesn't seem staged. She seems staged. you know. So what else? It's just so much bullshit. It's beyond the bullshit. So I try to film it with my phone, and my hand was literally shaken. Not from fear, Evan and company, but I was trying not to laugh. I was like laughing and getting mad, and then laughing, and then I was like half the movie numb. I felt numb. Like she numbed me up. She bombed me down. Like it was so depressing. You can say, well, any documentary about abuse is gonna be depressing. Yes, a real documentary will be depressing. A movie is not. And it is a really well staged movie with a great actress in it. And a lot of family drama, a lot of family. I mean, she seems so neglected by her dad, especially. It's so sad. That's what I got from it. I got an X-ray of a very disturbed woman with no personality that has been trying to find her personality and the approval of her parents for so long that I think that she had to make up all these lies in her head in order to get some attention from them and from all of us. She even she admits it in a way, in a very strange way, that she was having these out of body experiences and she didn't know what was real and what was not real. There you go. Even her brother says that she had trouble, or they both had trouble because they were raised by actors. They both have trouble knowing reality from fiction. And they were in the house, they were going in the house when they were very little, doing monologues and acting everything up. Pretty much acting is lying. You're getting paid to lie, to be somebody else. And to lie, to read script. And it seems like she's been doing this for a while. And her brother pretty much saying she has issues distinguishing reality from fiction. So I think that she made a few mistakes by letting those things um, in the movie. Um, if anything that I get from it is the family dynamics are so fucked up, and that made me a little bit sad for like 2 minutes max. And then I put myself and I remembered why she did all this, and then I stopped feeling sympathy. But for like a couple minutes I did. Not because what she's saying about Manson, but the way she was describing her dad and her mom. And then bullshit about Jamie Bell. I don't think Jamie Bell is a bad guy. I don't think he's this. I don't know. She throws him under the bus, and she also makes him like look kind of shady and shitty because like it's too obvious that she cheated on him. Who am I, really, to talk about cheaters or not? But if you're gonna include this in the movie, she could have done it with a little bit more tact and just sympathy towards Jamie Bell, but it was very not kinda, it was very low blow. She just pretty much says, well, when Manson and I met, Manson was married, I was with Jamie, and then I stopped being with Jamie to be with Manson. And that's like the father of your children, of your child. I don't know if that's something you want to put in there out there, you cheated on him. Cool, all right, whatever. But that doesn't make her look good. It makes you have sympathy for Jamie, if anything, which I do. I'm not saying the guy's an angel. He probably has issues. I mean, that to be with her, I don't know. But this is the father of your child, and the fact that she is proudly saying that she left them for Manson, it's really shady of her to do that. And that is not even, I'm not even thinking that as a person that I don't like her because she canceled a person that I like. As a woman, as a person, as a human, as a mother, I don't like my ex. Okay, I don't. We got a lot of trouble. We got custody stuff. We got battles. We got fights. We got divorce. Drama. But I don't think I will ever, ever in a public medium or even with people that I know out him up like that, or say, well, when I end up being with him, then I start being with this other person. Even if it's true, I will never do that, and I don't even like this guy, my ex, and I won't do that to him. So that was very, very fucking low. Anyway, this is getting really long, as I usually do, because I'm like too tired, but I'm also at times I'm hyper at the same time. When you get that second wind. Um, So yeah, I'm going to show as much as I can, and it won't be me. It'll be me talking, but showing images of the movie as much as I can. I gotta figure out how to do it so I don't get in trouble because they told us that me and other YouTubers that I don't have to mention, you probably know, got strikes because I think we were showing more than 20 seconds of audio, so I'm just gonna try to keep it at 10 seconds, but it's so much. So if you didn't watch it because you didn't want to buy it or you couldn't buy it, then I'm gonna show it to you um, pretty soon. So I'm gonna go now, and I'm just gonna take some rest. Um, and thank you for watching me and watching my videos and my future videos. And thank you so much for watching Kristen Conlokurt's channel and Celtic and all of them, especially Kristen, because um, she's doing so much and she's not related to him. Okay, there's some fucking trolls going like, well, you're related to Mason, why you doing this? Look, listen, come on, listen, Linda. It's just dumb to even try to argue or give these people any time. So give her some love. I know everybody does. I do too. And I know that she watched the movie. Let's call it a movie from now on. Let's stop calling it a documentary. I know that some of us watched the movie, and I know it's really hard to show the images and the sound on YouTube. So I'm gonna try my best to keep you updated on that because I know that it's just paying for HBO and all that. And, if you're not gonna do it, if you're just doing it just for Evan, don't do it. I happen to have it just no matter what, so I just have it. I had it through Hulu, so I had it. So it's not like I had to pay extra. I was just paying what I always pay no matter what, which is like $14 a month. So I'm gonna go, and I hope that makes some type of sense. I'm really tired. I'm sorry if I ruminate and repeat myself over and over. I happen to have ADD, and also, as it was so hard to watch this thing because, like I said, I felt bad, and then I felt angry, and then I felt disgusted, and then I was numb. So she took me for a ride with all the range of emotions, and she's so damn fucking good at this. A lot crying, laughing, breathing, exercising, FBI, laughing some more crying. It's very well done, and especially with the naming day part, with her going like looking at her phone, going like, "It's posted." Come on, like you're really gonna have a camera crew in your house the moment that you posting that, the minute that you posting it. It could have be like, maybe a conversation with Ilma going like, hey, guess what? I just posted. I just named him. Maybe on the phone, maybe on Zoom, Duo. Mm. everybody in her house around a fireplace while she's posting the famous post. It's really staged. It's like beyond. Oh my god. There's a part that even the cat is going to her kitchen table that I feel like even that was staged. I know cats do that, but it's so everything she does is so phony. It's really really hard. If you don't know anything about this case, you should know by now because this can happen to you. You can be canceled in your life. You don't have to be famous in order to be canceled. You can be canceled from some ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, ex-boyfriend that hate your guts for whatever reason, because maybe they are embarrassed that they were with you. Maybe they're embarrassed of what they did with you. And others just have pure malice and revenge. So this can happen to all of us. So watch it out there. And if you are having problems, reach out for help. Go talk to a therapist, talk to a social worker, talk to the cops, police. They understand, they will listen. Don't go to the media. Don't post it on Facebook. Don't post it on Twitter. Don't do Instagram. Okay. It's just gonna make you look stupid. And also, I always say, get a restraining order. If you get a restraining order and then you come up with this type of stuff, you're more believable. You just seem like, okay, well, I was trying to protect myself. Step one, restraining order. Step two, talk to a social worker, therapist, cops, and maybe the last thing will be to post it on social media. But she did it backwards. And it's so dumb. I thought it was very smart. I thought the hoax was very smart, very well done, until I saw the second part of the movie. And I was like, oh, you guys made a bunch of mistakes. Um, um, Also, the timeline doesn't add up. But then again, maybe I'm just being confused with the numbers and the years, but I don't think it adds up. There's a couple things that don't add up timeline wise. The fact that she said she was doing math, he was forcing her to do math, and I've never seen a picture of her with scabs, and she talks about having scabs from meth use. Um, I don't know how's that possible if you're an actress and you're showing a lot of skin all the time. I don't know, makeup, I guess, I don't know. That is very weird. She talks about meth and sleeping pills at the same time, which it's not it is not it's not it doesn't go well together. I mean, if he was giving her meth, allegedly he was giving her meth to keep her awake, maybe so she can hang out with him all night. Okay, but then she's saying that she didn't know she was being given meth, but she knew about the pills, but she didn't know what type of pills they were. I don't know why she couldn't look it up on the phone. Anyway, um, so then she was passing out from the meth, and that is really, we know methamphetamines is speed. So I don't know what type of person can go to sleep after they do meth. Maybe she did, or maybe she did a lot of the stuff that she wanted to do. And there's no shame of saying, hey, I'm an addict. And I'm an addict, and I shouldn't surround myself with addicts, man. But blame it on other people and saying, I try to quit, but they keep putting drugs on my night table. I was telling him I want to quit, but he keeps putting drugs on the night table. And she says it like that. She's like, he put drugs on my night table. I don't know. Anyway, so by this nonsense, it's not nonsense, I know, but I'm not able to edit this, so I'm just gonna go up just the way it is, because tomorrow afternoon, I'm gonna start popping those videos, and I'm gonna show it. And if I get in trouble, I get in trouble. I don't think I will though, because this is my opinion and my opinion only, and this is not defamation. I am not suing her. I'm not saying that she's causing me distress, and this is just my opinion and my beliefs. So yeah, you're not gonna be able to get over that. The more of us Instagram pages and our YouTube channels and stuff, the more we have to keep saying it's our opinion and this is what we think. This is what we believe to be the truth, what we think. Then it's not defamation, and at least I'm gonna keep saying it over and over. So defamation is really hard to prove in the case of any of us talking on the internet because it's our opinion, and opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. So